Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Everyday Carry for the Everyday Guy. So this review is going to be of the Olight Baton 3 Premium Edition. I don't know what is the difference between the normal edition and the Premium Edition. But the reason I'm doing it is literally because I was inundated with one email from a young lady who bought her father the Baton 3 for Father's Day and requested or kindly asked if I would review it on Father's Day because he's an avid follower of the YouTube channel and of my YouTube channel, and it would be awesome for him to watch the review while he gets his new flashlight. The lady's name is Kim. That's as far as I'm going to go. I'm not going to give her a surname. So Kim, this review is literally for you and your dad to Kim's father, or whatever your name is. I hope you enjoy this. If this video gets 2 views, then I would have done my job. So the Olight Baton 3. This is the little brother or the replacement of the ultra famous Olight S1R Baton 2. Those of you who watched my channel when I got this will know that at the time this was the one flashlight I really wanted. This was the light for me. This was very early days in the YouTube channel. And let me just get this out of the way. The Baton series of Olight flashlights, for me, is where they shine, right? Olight shines at making utilitarian flashlights. The tactical stuff, they're still a bit behind the ball. But in terms of the Baton series, the utilitarian flashlight, the S2R Baton 2, man, they've really got that down. So as per usual, I'm going to do drop tests, I'm going to do beam shots, I'm going to do water testing, etc. And we will go from there. Let's start off with the admin side of things. What you're going to get in the box, Olight's boxes are always so fancy. They make excellent gifts. Is you're going to get a user manual, which you won't need after this video. You're going to get a charging cable, a USB type C charging cable. You are going to get a really plush cloth. I don't know why they put this in there, but it's really great. You're going to get your Olight Baton 3, and then where things change a bit is you're going to get a wireless charger. So the Baton 3 comes with this, what is effectively a power bank. This will power the Baton, not power, let me rephrase, excuse me. This will charge a Baton 3 3.7 times. 3.7 times? How did they get to that number 3? Why not just make it 3 or 4? Anyway, 3.7 times. Now, I have to be honest. When I got this, I thought, well, this is just an S1R Baton 2 with a power bank. I didn't think much of it but as per usual, I knew I was going to review it, so I set about using it in a utilitarian manner. I can tell you guys, this thing is incredibly convenient. It is incredibly convenient to have. So basically what I would do is, if I use this light, now I would use this light for administrative tasks, using it as a light for when there's load shedding. If you aren't from South Africa, don't worry, but just imagine you have no electricity in your house. That's kind of what load shedding is. So I'd use it as a light for load shedding. I'd use it to look for random things. We were going somewhere one morning, and the night before I needed to check the oil and water in the Jeep. Stuck it to the bottom of the Jeep. By the way, the S2R, the Baton 3 has the most useful function of a utilitarian flashlight. It has a magnetic base. So just basic utilitarian tasks, and it's super small, right? You can carry this on you, and it doesn't like take up a lot of space in your pocket, virtually no space in your pocket. So it's definitely very useful as a backup flashlight. Backup flashlights are more useful than what people think, especially if your primary flashlight is something like this, right? More of a defensive minded flashlight. Having a backup is super useful. Now, I thought, I will be honest, a little while ago I thought to myself, why would someone carry 2 flashlights? And I've said the story before and I'll say it again. On course, medical emergency ground tactics, I lost the flashlight simply by putting it down in the dark. So having a backup does make sense to me now. So I'd use the light and then simply just pop it in the charger when I'm not using it. And I'll be honest, I've never run out of a charge. Not one time did I have to charge a flashlight deliberately, but more importantly, not one time did I even think about charging it. I just popped it in this case. Now this case is really quite smart. So you charge the case via this USB connector right there, right? USB Type C. So you plug your Type C into there, and you plug this into, there's a USB connector into whatever USB electrical outlet you have. The clever part of it is this unit will charge the flashlight if it's below, I think, 5 volts. So if the flashlight has gone super low on battery, it will charge the flashlight only. Even if this is plugged in, it will take all the current coming into here and pump it into the flashlight. If this is plugged in and the flashlight's above 5 volts, it just basically needs a top up. It will then charge the light as well as the power bank. So this is virtually never out of power, right? Look, I know it's weird and it sounds gimmicky, but it really is convenient. And it's the kind of convenience that's not going to make sense to you until you actually have it. It's really the only way I can explain to you. Until you get one of these, and you pop this light in here at the end of the day, or whatever the case may be, and you take it out of there in the morning, and you know your flashlight's stopped up. It's not a convenience you will understand. I liken it to power steering. When I was young, right, my very first car, and now I'm digressing, but Kim, your father will probably get this. My very first car was a Ford Cortina, 1979 Ford Cortina. It was my dad's car, so he gave it to me, and it was fine. Well, it was run down. It had seen kilometers, rusty in there. But your first car's supposed to be like that, and no power steering, obviously. Then my second car was a Toyota Twin Cam. Guys in South Africa will know it was a very popular car of the time. That was the executive. It had electric windows, power steering. From that moment, I could never go back to a car without power steering. My mother didn't get it because I think she was still driving, they would still drive the Cortina until she drove a car with power steering. Now she can never go back to a car with power steering. So this is that kind of thing. You don't know how useful it is until you get it. And then you're like, oh, I can never go without something like this. I personally, I'm going to throw this out there. I know it's weird, but Olight actually hit this one out of the park. Olight gets a lot of flack for their tactical stuff, but this one, they actually got it right. I find this to be incredibly convenient and incredibly useful. Okay, let's go through modes. So a long press is going to give you moonlight mode. That's 0.5 of a lumen, and that will last you 20 days. From there, if you press and hold, you will go to low. That's 12 lumens, and that will last you for 33 hours. From there, if you press, you'll go to medium, and that's 60 lumens, and you'll have that for 7.5 hours. One more press will take you to high, which is 300 lumens, and you get that for 95 minutes. None of those modes dim. You get them for the full time period. I have tested this. The flashlight doesn't even get that warm on these modes. Double tap from anywhere takes you to turbo. That's 1200 lumens. You get that for 1.5 minutes. Dimming down to 300 lumens for 75 minutes. A triple tap takes you to strobe from anywhere, and that's in full 1200 lumen mode. The max beam distance is 166 meters. Max candela is 6889. It is IPX8 waterproof. It has a 1.5 meter drop safety. Let's do beam shots, drop test, water test. Now, I've got to be honest, I'm quite surprised with the throw, right? 166 meters. It's not bad at all for something this size. What's also awesome is this charger, if you do happen to have the Baton 2, will also charge your Baton 2. Also, what's cool, the nose cone you got, I can't remember if you got this with the S1R Baton 2 or the S2R Baton 2, will fit on your Baton 3, so you can use it as sort of a wand or to create more of a floodlight effect. The Baton 3 comes out with that battery level indicator you get on all the modern Baton series, and the knurling is a bit different to the Baton 2. The Baton 2 is like little pyramids with flat tops. This is more like elongated triangles. Horses for courses, really, they both feel kind of cool. And then obviously I'll just put it in moonlight for this. With Olight's reverse clip, you can stick this guy onto the peak of a cap, and I would say of all Olight's cap mountable, peak cap mountable flashlights, this is the best one because it's the lightest and takes up the least real estate. It does have, obviously, as I've shown you, Olight's standard, well, not actually the standard reverse clip. This one has a little bevel in there. It's the word bevel. You'll see this is just sort of smoothed, and then this one has a bit of a kink in it. I would say, as far as utilitarian flashlights go, this is right up there with anything. When it comes to utilitarian flashlight, it doesn't have to be the world's most survivable thing. Obviously, you do want it to survive. You saw the drop tests. No one's going to, like, how many times are you going to drop your flashlight like that through the life of your flashlight? Very, very rare. That's why I do it. I try to expedite the wear on these things. How many times are you going to leave your flashlight submerged in water? Also, one thing I do want you to note, after the drop tests, there's not too much aesthetic damage on this guy, right? It still looks very, very good. So the powder coating, however they are coating these things, definitely better. Well, I don't know. I can't say it's better than the previous one because the previous one I had and I abused for a much longer period. And this one, to this day, still goes, right? So when it comes to longevity of the Baton series, I have no problems recommending something like this. So, Kim, you got your dad a really, really cool gift. Now, just for the sake of interest, once I pop this in here, you will see a light come on and turn red, flash red, whatever the case may be. That indicates that it is charging the light. And then you won't be able to see it, but there's an LED on the actual bank that turns red when the power bank is charging. Right? I'll probably rolled in Beetle explaining that. So the light on the top of the power bank indicates the charge on the flashlight. The light on the side of the power bank indicates the charge on the power bank. What's also really cool is if you do happen to, by mistake, do this is quite prominent with Olight these days. Take this guy in turbo, stick it in the charger, close the charger, it automatically switches the light off. Obviously, I don't recommend you go and do that every single time. It's unnecessary. But this doesn't have any kind of dimmer inside it. So if you put this on turbo, and hold it up against the hand, heat's going to build up expeditiously. Little channel news. Those of you who follow me on Facebook and Instagram will see this past weekend I did the Glock Masterclass course with Fundicona Training Consultants, the close quarter weapon retention course with Street Smart, that's James Smart, at the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy, and then winning the third battle, which is what do you do after you've successfully and lawfully defended your own life? What do you say? What don't you say? That sort of thing. Incredibly informative. Yes, I got video. I will be doing a review. It will probably come out in vlog form sometime in the week. So if you want to catch that, maybe consider subscribing. Also, the EDC backpack competition. That draw is happening in this week. So stay tuned for that if you had entered. Good luck to all those who have entered. Congratulations again to Kim's father for getting a very, very awesome utilitarian flashlight. I think Olight knocked this one out of the park. As I said, it wasn't a light I thought I was gonna like. It's just ultra convenient. That is it, guys. I will see you soon for a vlog or a review. Have a good week. Be safe, train hard. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Cheers and God bless.